Last-minute adventures tend to be the best ones, and it's been 3 years since my dad and I did a trip together. So we booked, the day before we left, to one of our favorite places, the Kruger. Dad, are you excited to be back in the Kruger?
Absolutely, yeah. Just wonderful re-entry into Punda. There couldn't be a better camp to re-enter, especially as there's hardly anybody in the camp. We've got the camp to ourselves.
Yeah, so set up the Lapa, bit of a warm day, it says 42, like my dad said. Got the whole campsite pretty much to ourselves on the fence. We got prime Punda Maria campsite. And now we're going to take a drive along the Mahoney Loop. This is adventure. We don't even know where we are. It's all gone wrong here immediately. I am in Zimbabwe. This episode is proudly brought to you by these amazing companies and my Patreons. There aren't much better feelings than your first game drive of the trip, and the Mahoney Loop never disappoints. Game viewing's been pretty good so far on the loop. Not too far till we turn around and head back to camp, but absolutely massive buffaloes. I just saw a whole herd of them. Impala, zebra, kudu, and there are not many mountainous sort of areas in Kruger, but this Mahoney Loop is one of them, and it's incredible to see the greenery against this clouded sky, sort of reddish sand on the road. Special, one of the best drives in Kruger. The scenery in this place is just incredible, no matter how many times you visit here. Time for a campfire and a good night's rest, because tomorrow morning we are leaving early for Pafuri. The 56-kilometer trip to the picnic spot, according to Tracks for Africa, is pretty uneventful until you get to an epic river called the Lavuvu. And for the first time in a while, Pafuri is looking like it's had great rain. You just can't beat the Kruger morning chorus. The Pafuri or the Mahoney area is situated between the Limpopo and the Luvuvu River in the northern sector of the Kruger National Park. The area is an ancestral home of the Mahoney people and is the most diverse and scenically attractive area in all of the Kruger National Park. We take a drive along the S63 towards Crooks Corner, one of Kruger's most scenic drives, and another reason why we love the north. Sights and sounds that are good for the soul. We've done this drive many times, but we've never seen this amount of water. So I've done this S63 quite a few times, but it's never looked so beautiful. It is green, the water is everywhere, the birds are out, it is so lush, it's like the Garden of Eden. What a drive. We are now at Crooks Corner, Limpopo River. I'd say in flood. Wide, and it's pushed the Luvuvu up as well. Very, very full, the Luvuvu. What a beautiful drive. Keep going on about it, but never seen it this green, never seen it this wet. The summer birds are going off. If you are in northern Kruger, you got to make your way to the S63 and drive from the tar road. Some hippos going crazy there. Make your way from the tar road along the Luvuvu on the S63 to Crooks Corner, where 3 countries meet: South Africa, Zimbabwe and Mozambique. So yeah, it's Gonarezhou National Park is not too far in that distance where we were in March this year. Man, what a place. The Kruger and Pafuri, it's really, cameras will never do it justice. It is special. Crooks Corner is located on an island where the Luvuvu and the Limpopo rivers meet. It was an ideal place for fugitives to skip over the border into another country, hence the name.
Amazing, eh? Absolutely. As good as I've ever seen it. Eh? Honestly, the amount of water in the road was just absolutely incredible. Eh? Yeah.
Time for a quick coffee at the Pafuri picnic spot, another epic location for birds, and time along the Luvuvu River. It's time to spend the afternoon in camp, enjoying the best that Punda has to offer, because tomorrow, unfortunately, it's time to leave. It's the first time I've used the 4-sleeper option on the Lapa. I'm sleeping in the front bed and my dad in the side bed, so it works well for 2 people as well. I'm not sure what's happening with the waterhole, as it's a major attraction of camping here, but it's still been an awesome stay. It's always special to see the crested guinea fowl around camp. Punda Maria is one of the only camps in the Kruger where you'll find them. Just jumped in the pool after putting the bush larper down. That thing is so easy to put down, but in this heat you do sweat a bit, so just jumped into the pool. And I must just say, the camping experience here at Punda Maria when the campsite's this quiet, absolutely incredible. And what's really, really nice, they've refurbished the ablution block. It was always maybe the downside to camping at Punda Maria. It was all just old, nothing. Things break, you know, when they get old. They've redone them, and it's brilliant. So credit where credit is due, Sandparks. Ablution blocks aren't really a massive deal for me, to be completely honest, but it really enhances the camping experience when you've got a good ablution block. And they've retiled it, and the water pressure is insane, water temperature insane. So well done, Sandparks. Punda Maria, fantastic as always. Really rare to see it this empty. So we've had a really great experience. For staying at Punda Maria, we've stayed here all my life. Every January come up here, but this actually is a bit of a landmark because it's exactly 6 years ago that I released my first video, or filmed my first video for YouTube, and it was here at Punda Maria. It's a terrible video. I wanted to go and delete it, but it's good to see how far you've come and where you've come from. But yeah, a bit sentimental and good memories that this is what started 6 years ago and still going. And I really got to thank all of you for watching and everyone that supported me along the way. Small and it's taken a long time to grow, but it is growing, so grateful for everyone's support, especially guys like Daryl, Opposite Lock, the whole Opposite Lock team, Ross and the whole team from Tackler, the guys from De Graaf, King of Cars, Indiflate, Tracks for Africa. They are first and foremost mates before any business. Very, very good friends. We're best friends, all of us. So yeah, and it's not just stuff for free. I do work for them, and it's a great working relationship, and they enabled me to come out here and do this and bring these videos to you guys. So thank you to all of you guys. As you can see, 100 series and LARPA all packed up, and we got to fill up now. And today, keyboard warriors, you always go to Kruger, you always do the same things, but I haven't been to Kruger in a long time, or filmed a Kruger video in a long time, and I go to these same places because they're so amazing. So you guys know where we're going today. Tsendze. This is the great thing, absolutely soaked shorts, but no worries because seat covers. Literally don't have to worry. Got the River Rock range from Tackler in the car, so just jump in with your wet shorts. Dad, you've been buying Tackler for how long? Since like 2008?
Absolutely, no. Initially it was just for protection, but the more recent ones just look absolutely amazing as well. So it's like a double benefit now. You get the full protection, and your seats actually look better than the original seats that are supplied by Toyota. So that's a double benefit there.
When I think back on how many amazing family trips we've done in this vehicle, it's pretty incredible and brings back so many good memories. Our usual stopovers at Babalala Picnic Spot and Shingwetsi on the 160-kilometer journey down to Tsendze. already a rare occurrence to have water in the Shingwetsi, but also over the causeway it hasn't happened for like, I think since the 2013 floods, and we've got the crocodiles at the bottom sitting there, and they literally just have their mouths open, and the fish come down the causeway and they keep their mouths open, and they get, they just get unlimited fish. But it's really cool to see the water over the causeway again. It hasn't happened since 2013, so yeah, beautiful scene, beautiful scene. We are taking the S50 down past Grootfontein Dam and an incredible view over the Mopani forests of Kruger. So we're at this pretty well-known viewpoint between Grootfontein Dam and Mopani, well, closer to Grootfontein Dam side. I'm not even going to try and pronounce its name. I always try and pronounce the names right, but this one I know I'm not going to get right. So I'll just leave it below. But it is an absolutely insane view. Look at that. Have a look at the savannah over towards Mopani, and yeah, so we're stopping here for a bit of a break, take some photos, relax, enjoy. Didrik cuckoo's going off, sky looks amazing, it's so green. Kruger's had great rainfall, and it's always a worthwhile stop at this viewpoint. The difference between when I was last here and now is staggering. Please remember that if you are staying at Tsendze, you need to check in at Mopani first and get your allocated campsite number. Magical camping, magical night sounds, scops, owls, hyenas, hopefully lion. Doesn't get any better than Tsendze, like I've said how many times. So, camp all set up. It's been a hot day. Still 42 degrees at 5:30. But the bird life and stuff was so good at Shipandani Hide at the causeway there that we just decided for the last hour of the day. In January, the gates close at 6:30, 5:30 now. The last hour of the day, we're going to go and see if we can get some amazing light on those birds and hippos, and maybe there's something else. So, yeah, Shipandani is only about a 10-minute drive from Tsendze. With not much happening, it's time to head back to camp for those magical night sounds. Morning, and it is 5:45 in the morning, so nice and early, and great evening last night. Fantastic night sounds as usual, but the rain did come through. We had a thunderstorm, and yeah, it's brought the temperature down lekker, cleared everything, cleared the dust, so fantastic to have some rain. And Bushlapa held up, no leaks, which is always good. But we are on a game drive to Shipandani Hide and then Tropic of Capricorn Loop. So we're at this sort of flay on the way to the Tropic of Capricorn, and the sky is absolutely stunning, and the bush is looking amazing, like I said. Now, we're quite keen birders, and it seems like we've got birds that are like look similar to a green-backed heron, but it's actually a dwarf bittern. But we are going to get the bird book out and cross-reference and make sure. But yeah, I think, what do you think, dwarf bittern, Dad?
Well, there's another straight ahead. Can you see that?
Okay, we have confirmation. That one there, number one, dwarf bittern. That's a rare spot. I haven't seen one in a long time, eh?
Yeah.
The Tropic of Capricorn Loop is one of the most fruitful drives around Tsendze, even in the rainy season. Plenty of wildlife and beautiful views of the Lobombo mountain range. Magic. to crack this bottle of brandy that Jay got me for my birthday last year. I'm going to have a few, and then the rest of the bottle I have next time I camp with him in my hammer mug. Missing you, legend. And just to give you an update, it is so hot here at Tsendze. It is like next level hot. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's deep in the 40 degrees. So yeah, it's time for brandy and coke and maybe a cold shower to cool off. Everything is battling to charge, except the red arc panel and the Manager 30 and the 100 is the only thing charging. All my other stuff is like really battling in this heat, but I can understand why. I mean, the fridges aren't even keeping a temperature, so I'm sure it's near 45, 46, so proper heat. But time for 15-year-old brandy and coke, courtesy of Jay. And yeah, we just enjoying Tsendze. The calls, the scenery, you have to come here. It's the only way you experience it. With the Red Arc gear performing perfectly, we charged the Milwaukee batteries for the fans later on. But we might not even need them because there's some heavy rain predicted over the next few days. Our drive for this afternoon is along the Tsendze Loop. It follows the Tsendze River, and we didn't see much, but the skies were incredible and gave us a glimpse of what to expect tomorrow. Waking up to gentle rain on the canvas is always special, but gentle rain soon turned into a torrential downpour. Now, I've had rain at Tsendze, but never like this. It's like magical. Raindrops falling from the trees and flooded, campsites flooded. So, yeah, it's beautiful. it's rained so much that the Tsendze River is properly in flood. So we've just come up to sort of near Mahoney just to get some signal to send an email, and it's proper flooded. Kruger, this area of Kruger is proper flooded. There's a sort of a little river just before Mahoney, and there's normally never even water in it, but it's proper flooded. And it's so unusual that you are in Kruger when it floods. One of the first times I've been here once when it's sort of been in half flood, but now it's proper in flood. And as usual, they close all the dirt roads. But I can understand, because people come here in normal vehicles and they don't have two-wheel drive, so they'll just get stuck and you churn up the road, so that I can understand. So we're going to have to stick to the tar roads today, but it's incredible to see this flood. Really proper flow. So all that rain we've had, it's doing the Kruger well. Right, so at Mooiplaas picnic spot, there's the picnic spot behind me. Fantastic picnic spot, but they got a little walk down to the river here, so which will be a good view of the Tsendze River in flood. Yes, the bush is looking absolutely incredible. And the birds and animals are loving this rain, as are we. So I will show you guys Tsendze River in flood closer up. With most of the roads closed, we headed to the confluence a little bit further south, and it was a spectacular sight, and there should be plenty of water in the Letaba River, so we headed further south to have a look. Just arrived at the Great Letaba River, bridge over the Great Letaba River, one of the best bridges to get out of your car and enjoy Kruger. And there is quite a bit of water in there, and you can see it's come down properly recently, but not as much water as I thought. I've seen this in quite a lot more flood, but it's still a beautiful bridge and there's no one here, so we're just going to enjoy. We checked out the Engelhard Dam viewpoint on the southern bank, and we have never seen it so full.
Looks like some more rain on the way.
Tsendze is looking as good as ever. A huge thank you to Roger and Alina for looking after the place and their guests. And remember, even though Tsendze is rustic, it still has great facilities. But my favorite is the outdoor shower. Showering under the stars and huge mopani trees. It doesn't get any better. I've been testing out this EcoFlow Glacier fridge and Delta 2 power station for about a year now, and so far, so good. The fridge even comes with a built-in ice maker and battery, and when that runs out, you can just run it off the Delta 2. All good things come to an end, and it's time to head south towards Olifants. The confluence levels had dropped significantly from yesterday. I always encourage you to film moments like these. They don't happen often, and you can always look back at them in years to come. mean, yesterday, Tsendze River in flood, today not. And yesterday, Letaba River not in flood, and today in flood. It's really, really cool. A lot more water today here at the Letaba Bridge, and it's nice and peaceful and quiet. So we're going to spend a bit of time here, and then stop at Letaba, maybe for an ice cream or something to eat, and then take the dirt road to Olifants along the Letaba River, and then closer to Olifants, actually along the Olifants River. So yeah, should be a great day. Cool to see the river in flood. A quick bite to eat, and then it's time to follow the Letaba River along the S46, S93 and S44 to Olifants. Just really special memories and moments from these viewpoints. But it's 45 degrees, it is killing heat, honestly, but the sky is insane. Got massive storms all around us now, and it's actually starting to drip. So got some cool shots. Love this viewpoint. It's close to Olifants. I think it's about 8 kilometers or so, so definitely come check it out. But let's head to camp, and yeah, looks like we're definitely gonna have some rain, so happy days. Olifants has no camping, so it's a riverfront chalet for us for the evening. Try and get the numbers 1 to 14 as they have the best views. Another rainy day, and today we're staying at Satara, but we had enough time to take a walk down to the view from the viewing deck at Olifants. What a special sight. A quick dip in the pool and fill up, and with lighter pockets, we head towards the Baluli Bridge. Actually really close to the top. It's actually coming over a little bit here, so it's a little bit dicey if it all of a sudden starts rushing. We didn't hang around too long and took another favorite of ours, the S90 and then the S41, towards the Nwanetsi picnic site. African thunderstorms in the distance with the lush green savanna. It really is magic. trailer. I've got a proper Kruger National Park paint job. A lot of mud. Yeah, we're at Nwannetsi picnic site and the clouds are looking insane. So that means a walk to the height at the top and a time lapse which is probably going to be one of the best time lapses ever with these clouds and this greenery. We just heard from some supporters of the channel, actually. We stopped next to from Italy, and they said Casper and I think his 3 brothers or whatever on the S100. So we're going to head that way now to go and have a look for them. But first, a view and a bit of a lunch stop here at Nwannetsi. Really, really beautiful picnic site with this height above, with this lookout. So if you're here, check it out. A glimpse of the lions, but what was more spectacular is how fast the Nwannetsi River was flowing next to the S100. A quiet Satara campsite means we got the perfect spot right on the fence. Lucky us. I'm sure it's the rain that's deterred most of the campers. Right, so it's 4:30 in the morning, and Casper and his brothers were going off the whole night like crazy. So they're nearby, hopefully on the road. So we made a coffee. Gates have just opened. We're gonna go and hopefully try find some lions. And yeah, another good day in the Kruger. So about 500 meters out the gate, and Casper's lying pretty much in the road. with some great sightings in the bellies, we drive towards the Timbavati picnic spot along the S39, another great road. The scenery along this road is very special, from Acacia Veld to the Great Timbavati River. You can also have very good sightings of lions in the area. Right, so we've just been chilling in camp. If I tell you guys, it's so hot, deep into the 40 degrees and humid now that the sun's come out after all the rain. It is so hot, but just went and took a swim quickly, a dip, and now we're going to take the Orpin road. So the drive between Satara and Orpin, just the tar road, because apparently wild dog, lion, leopard and cheetah apparently, but you always just got to take those sightings boards with a pinch of salt, because some people go and put nonsense on them. So the one wild dog sighting pin was correct, but they were lying underneath the trees, so pretty much no shots, but we did see them. And now we're just at a viewpoint on the Orpin road. I'm not sure what viewpoint, but I think it's the Timbavati River that it looks over. Might be wrong. It's the Bobbejans Krans viewpoint, yeah. It's absolutely stunning. So you got this big river in front of you, and then you got these green pastures now with all the rain and these clouds in the background. It's really, really special. And elephants. So yeah, we stopped here for a little bit. Right, so early in the morning, 5 o'clock, and it rained the whole night, and proper rain. So the whole Kruger, well, all of Satara is flooded. The campsite is proper flooded. We've heard about very hectic flooding in the south, where it's actually washed the road between Kruger and Nkuklu picnic site away. There's no more road there. And we've had rain up at Tsendze and down here at Satara, but no proper flooding yet. This is going to bring proper flooding. It's non-stop rain, so we probably won't see many animals today, but we're going to go and try and look for the flood waters of Kruger and show you guys Kruger floods, January 2025. We have come to Kruger many times, but have never seen it flood so consistently from north to south. Dad, what do you think? Low range second gear? Just joking, just joking. It's coming down. I'm not even going to try and pronounce this river's name, but it's coming down properly in flood here in Bakumana Dam. But yeah, the low range second gear is just a joke. There ain't no ways you're making it through that. But it's awesome to see it in flood. So right, so it's obviously been absolutely hosing down. It comes in waves. It's pretty miserable and actually a little bit cold. So it killed our plans. All the dirt roads are closed in Kruger, obviously, but that killed our plans for a breakfast at the picnic spot. We wanted to do a breakfast, so yeah, we've just come back to camp and we're going to cook it up as like a breakfast lunch. Bacon, eggs, pork sausages, and yeah, all the dirt roads are closed, so we're pretty much stuck to the tar roads for this afternoon. But yeah, rain continuing, which is awesome to see for the park. The flooding down south is insane. But yeah, we'll keep you guys updated, and yeah, we'll see you guys on the afternoon drive after this breakfast.
I don't know which is
So Dad, after it's been about 10 years at least since we've been camping together, we've gone from ground tents to big trailer tents, back to ground tents, to rooftop tents, very good ones, iCampers, which we've still got, and now the bush larper. So what's your honest opinion on the bush larper?
No, absolutely no comparison at all. No comparison at all, because first of all, the setup time is an absolute no-brainer, because 15 minutes I think was what you took to set it up when we arrived at Tsendze.
Yeah.
So that's compared with about an hour and 15 minutes. So what's been incredible on this trip is the rain has bucketed down, not one drop has got into the bush lapa. No dust or anything like that, no water, no problems at all. So if you want a problem-free camping experience, bush lapa is the way to go, that's for sure.
When the campsite is quiet, camping at Satara is a very pleasant experience, and the campsite has everything you need. With most of the roads closed, we decided to spend our final afternoon in camp. Unfortunately, every adventure comes to an end. This one has been very special though, because I got to share it with my dad. Thank you for watching, and until the next adventure, cheers. Thank you.